right. We should be live. There we go. We are live. Cool. All right. Okay, so we are now live. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know. If, of course, thanks, Daytona. Always the best. Always the first one. Okay, cool. So I want to talk about the current Sunday market update, just kind of go over my thoughts. I sent a morning market update as well earlier today, but I just want to touch base on everything again and just kind of answer some questions in terms of leverage and spot positions and everything you guys have questions for. So starting off on Bitcoin. Now you can see that on Bitcoin, we have a massive W formation looking to play out. Now W formations, of course, are bullish formations on the 4-hour time frame. But the deciding factor right now is 68.1. You can see that Bitcoin is pretty much over leveraged from our exponential moving averages, which is why I'm a little hesitant. And I will touch base with you guys in a few minutes on Solana because there's something interesting happening over there as well. But you can see that this was a very nice scalp long opportunity into at least 68.1. If, of course, this level structure does end up breaking and we see the volume come into the market, we can expect a candlestick formation like this because from now until 68.8, there isn't much resistance. We've seen this happen before multiple times as well, but the only problem is we have to break above these wick highs. So that's something you want to consider and keep in mind. Looking at Ethereum, this is something that's quite interesting. This is the first time after a very long time Ethereum has broken above our exponential moving averages. Now remember, the first step to know whether or not to long is of course a break above the EMAs. The second step is a retest of support, and then of course the third test is a break of wick high, or of course if we're oversold or anything like that in terms of indicators, you can use that as well. This is the first time Ethereum has broken above from a massive downtrend. You can see that we're pretty much using the exponential moving averages over and over and over as resistance, but now we've actually flipped to using them as support. Of course, this is a little too early to say because we are still on weekend volume, but of course, if we look at Ethereum on the 4-hour time frame, you will notice that it's pretty much doing the exact same thing Bitcoin did at the level structure here. Bitcoin had the wick high right here at 67.8. Ethereum has the same exact wick high at 25.36. That's the first level of take profit that I would be paying attention to. Now, again, we are not fighting for pennies, right? We're not looking for the few dollars extra. We are being aggressive with our trade setups, but you can see that that's going to be a very strong point for Ethereum. If, of course, Ethereum does end up breaking that structure, then yes, we can start focusing heavily more on the better swing positions or even long positions, possibly into 25.92. But the first step is 25.36. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you can see from previous price analysis, 25.36 was a major resistance point. As of right now, we still have no confirmations of that zone breaking. We are trading into that resistance level, of course, right? We're trading into 25.36. But what happens after that is a matter of candle close. If we close above, retest the support, you can long again. Otherwise, we are simply going to be patient. There's no reason to be trading in terms of that zone, hoping for a swing position, because again, you guys know this already. A lot of times Ethereum sucks. And what I mean by that is it never continues to push higher. We see Bitcoin ripping and Ethereum slowly lagging behind. And as soon as Bitcoin starts to reverse, Ethereum starts to collapse immediately as well. So we don't necessarily want to get caught out on a position on Ethereum for a swing position, but instead just for a scalp position, we are just going to be in and out of the market. Now, I want to talk about Solana because this is quite interesting, and a few of you messaged me about Solana as well, but I haven't mentioned anything because, guys, realistically, look at Solana. From a 4-hour perspective, our main take profit zone ends up being at 185. This is a problem with these little higher risk trade setups, right? This is a high risk trade setup. The reason why is you can see 179 is a major resistance. Yes, we have a V-shaped formation, but I don't like this. I don't like this little slow ladder case upwards happening on a Sunday. Because if the market structure, of course, and again, I could be wrong, right? We could easily just see a squeeze above 179. And right now you can see Solana is moving. But if the market ends up rejecting and then you start seeing a reversal candle, we've seen this happen so many times. Slow ladder case upwards, elevator down. And I don't want to see that on Solana. I don't want you guys to get caught out on Solana either, which is why I haven't posted an update on Solana. Yes, the main target, the swing target is still 185. That has not changed. But looking at the exponential moving averages, Just look at this, right? We haven't even tested them as support. We're just seeing bullish volume come into the market. And then you guys, there's a few of you that have mentioned, hey, why isn't coins like Solana, why aren't coins like Solana respecting the exponential moving averages? There's a few things we have to understand. Number one, meme coins. So you have to buy Solana in order to trade meme coins, right? There's a lot of bullish pressure that's happening on Solana outside of technicals as of right now. And that's what we have to pay attention to. If, of course, Solana does end up breaking above 179, we may, in fact, see that squeeze and then that elevator towards the downside. But again, if we are trading Solana, we are trading into the major resistance. So we are scalping into the major resistance. But I want to teach you guys something that's very important, mostly when it comes down to altcoins in general. When you're trading altcoins on leverage, your main focus has to be Bitcoin. And the reason for that is it'll give you a much better understanding of when to take your profits. And what I mean by that is, for example, let's say Bitcoin somehow ends up breaking above the zone into 68.8. Well, all you simply do is you long Bitcoin into 68.8. And then, of course, you start looking for altcoin setups. So Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana, whatever. But if Bitcoin ends up hitting that resistance level, well, that's probably a good time to lock in your profits across the board. Because if that level structure ends up rejecting, then all of your altcoins are going to start coming down with Bitcoin as well. And that's pretty much how you kind of trade with Bitcoin. And you have to be a little bit more cautious, is because I've seen this happen a lot of times. A lot of traders, they'll enter a Bitcoin trade, they'll lock in their profits, and then immediately after, they'll go hunting Dogecoin or Ethereum. The problem is, if Dogecoin and Ethereum have already started to reject, now you're underwater on your trade. And again, what are we fighting for, right? You can see that Ethereum hit the wick high of 25.27. The main profit area is 25.36. We're talking about a $9 difference here. Is it really worth the $9 of entering up here versus entering of where we are possibly at down here? You see what I'm trying to explain to you guys? Like, you are much better off entering on the exponential moving averages, or even, like I said, if you miss the trade, then don't hunt the trade. If, of course, the market structure ends up breaking 25.36, guess what? You have a second opportunity to long. The market we trade is 4-hour intervals. There's a lot of opportunities in this market on a 4-hour time frame. You don't have to necessarily hunt the trades. These are very simple trade setups. Bitcoin is looking bullish on a W formation. What does that narrative mean across the board? Well, it simply means we are only focusing on long positions right now. Why? Because if Bitcoin is bullish, then everything is bullish. Just like when Bitcoin is bearish, everything is bearish. Don't overcomplicate your trading. And I want to talk about Doge, right? And I don't want to talk about too much on Doge because I still have to make a video update on this. But look at Doge as of right now. This wasn't rocket science this morning for those of you that were part of Telegram. I said, look, this is a V-shaped formation. Most likely, V-shaped formations end up playing to the wick high. Look at where Doge is as of right now. If, of course, Doge continues breaking above, then our next area of long opportunity is at 0.147. If 0.147 does end up breaking, and you can see that if you want to backtest this area of support, you can just do something like this. The last time we ended up breaking above this zone, Dogecoin ended up seeing a massive squeeze into 0.168. Very simple trade setups, right? Very simple. What we didn't see, right, and this is something I talk about a lot, is on the daily time frame. Remember when I said Dogecoin is heading into 0.13? That's going to be the main level we want to pay attention to. It wasn't something like crystal ball moment. It wasn't something I was trying to, scare you out of your bags. No. And I love the comments on the YouTube videos saying, no, Doge is bullish. You don't know what you're talking about. The reason why these levels are very important is because at the time, if we were to do something like this, at the time, just from this candlestick alone, you can see that we never retested the 20 exponential moving average. We never retested 0.13. Why does that matter? Well, 0.13, if you pay attention to the daily, was a major resistance point, right? It was a major resistance. And what happens when you have a major resistance? It has to retest as a major support. That's your confirmation. You can see we knew that the 20 EMA was going to be tested, or at least 0.13. We were very cautious with our long trades. A lot of folks weren't. They were probably swinging at the zone, and then they got wrecked on the way towards the downside. We simply waited for 0.13 to be tested. We got the 20 exponential moving average, and you can see we broke back above, and now we are currently retesting it as support. So there's multiple confluence areas for us to be looking bullish on Doge. Number one, Bitcoin is rallying. Number two, we are breaking above the exponential moving averages, retesting them as support. Number three, on the daily time frame, we've already tested the 20 exponential moving average. Number four, the 20 EMA has held, as well as a 0.13 resistance now flipped to support. Number five, if we were to look for a continuation long trade, all we have to do is wait for wick high to be broken. The beauty of trading like this is, number one, in Telegram, right? So same thing, we played the V-shaped formation. We got it, right? We got our V-shaped formation confirmation. We entered the long. A lot of you guys made money. Cool. Now, is this a time to long? No. Is this the time at the current candlestick to enter a long position? No. Reason why is we've already seen the wick high here on the V-shape play out. The next wick high zone, of course, is right here. So that would be your secondary trade setup, because what we don't want to see is a market do something like this and then end up rejecting. We're going to keep it very simple. Market ends up breaking above this zone, we long, and we play that break formation. That's it. That's very simple. Are we bearish on Doge? No. We are not bearish on Doge. We are simply now just waiting for the market to decide if it wants to break out of this consolidation zone, then we enter a long, or of course, we simply sit on our hands and wait to see how the market plays out. Same thing with Ethereum and same thing with Solana. Everything will follow Bitcoin, yes, but we have to keep in mind, so there's rules to this, right? Number one rule is if you're trading on weekends, you are being aggressive, right? The reason why is because there's no volume in the market. We need to see volume in the market, but that doesn't happen on weekends. Why? Most of the institutions and hedge funds are closed on weekends. So we're not going to see the same type of volume come in. That's why you have more manipulation move setups. And the reason why I'm saying this now is because tomorrow morning, if the market all of a sudden rejects, are we going to be surprised? No. Why? This is a manipulation candlestick. These happen on weekends. What happens is you have a manipulation candlestick, it traps all the longs. Monday morning, you see another rejection and everyone gets wrecked. So this is why we are aggressive with our trade setups when we're trading, but we have to keep in mind of the overall trend. And right now, Bitcoin, yes, is in a bullish overall trend. Ethereum, as of right now, as of today, 4 hours ago, has broken above its overall trend. So we are only looking for long positions. Tomorrow, if the market rejects, are we going to start shorting? No, we need to have reasons to short, and I will explain to you those reasons. Number one, these are very simple. 2711 was a major resistance on the daily time frame. It is a red line. What does that mean? It's a very major resistance point. Number two, we were extremely overbought on Ethereum, right? So that doesn't mean you start shorting just because those two reasons. You need to have confirmations. Your confirmation would have been the exponential moving averages breaking, retesting as resistance. Now we have three reasons. 2711 was rejected. We're trading below our exponential moving averages. We're overbought on RSI. That's three reasons why we're starting to look for short positions. If that's still not enough for you, totally understandable. There's different sort of traders that happen. We have aggressive traders and we have conservative traders. If you're a conservative trader, what's the number one thing you're going to be looking for? Well, you're going to be looking at this area right here. There were multiple retests of support at 25.92. It is not rocket science, folks. This is not rocket science. When 25.92 was broken, what happened to Ethereum? There was a cascade of short orders and selling happening. Why did it happen here? Well, simply put, a lot of these traders that were long end up getting wrecked or, of course, stop hunted at this zone. The ones that were waiting for confirmation on the short got that confirmation on the break. And you can see we saw a massive free fall on Ethereum. So again, there's two types of traders. Number one, the one that's aggressive, so that would have entered up here. Number two is the conservative trader. Now, I hope this makes sense to you guys, because if you're one of these two traders or if you're both of these traders, the 4-hour interval time frame is your best friend. Now, looking at it from this perspective, right, the same perspective that I just talked about from a short setup, look at it from a long setup. Okay, number one, we were completely oversold. And again, these are just indicators, but these are extra reasons as towards your bias. Number one, we were completely oversold. Cool. Number two, we have broken above our exponential moving averages. Number three, we are now retesting it as support. Again, If you're an aggressive trader, you're over here looking for long positions. If you are a conservative trader, where are you looking on the chart to long? Okay, let me ask the chat. Where are we looking on this chart right now to enter a long position if we are a conservative trader? Give me the number in the chat right now. I want to know where exactly would I enter a long position if I was a conservative trader. Someone in the chat, tell me right now. If you're paying attention, where exactly am I looking? Oh, wait. Because this is important. I want you guys to understand. Where are we looking? Which area of resistance would it be? Look at the lines. Where exactly am I looking for? Exactly. Mohammed gets it. Exactly. 25.36. That is the area of conservative traders would be looking for a long position. Why? Same way they were looking for the short position on this zone. This is the same exact area of confluence within this range. 25.36 breaks, you're going to see a squeeze into that high again. It is not rocket science. We simply just have to wait for that level structure to break. If you are an aggressive trader, you're entering here. You are riding the profits. And this is what I tell you guys. Be aggressive when we are on weekends. There's two ways to trade this. If you miss the EMA trade, wait for the structure break on the resistance. If the resistance level breaks, they are more than likely very easy trade setups. We did the same thing on Doge. This is the same exact trade setup that happens across the board. This isn't something that's rocket science. Look at Doge. Look at Doge breaking out, right? It sucks because I got to make a video on Doge, but just for the live stream sake, assuming we break above 0.149, we are simply going to long. Why? Exponential moving averages uses support, broke above, and now we've already traded the V-shaped formation, heading into the major resistance at 0.149. Break of that structure, and we enter a long. Why? Because, again, Bitcoin is rallying, Ethereum is rallying, Doge is going to rally as well. This is not one of those counter trading moments. And this is why I teach you guys, if the trend is up, we are up. There's no reason to counter trade yourself. This doesn't mean, okay, well, okay, yeah, I see all these lines here. Yeah, this is a short position. I'm going to enter a short. The problem with you shorting into a major volume trend, or of course a bullish engulfing candle, is if that structure ends up breaking, you are wrecked. You're not even wrecked, you're liquidated. Because again, we've seen Doge have some massive moves. And this is where the risk tolerance comes from, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, you may not see the exact same bullish pressure come in terms of candlesticks. Yes, sometimes we see some huge bullish movements, but it's a little bit slower sometimes, right? Like look at Ethereum right now. We're not moving by a lot. We're moving, but we're not moving by a lot. We're moving about $1 or $2 upswing. With Doge though, when Doge wants to break, it's gonna break. And when it does want to break, it's gonna see a massive squeeze. And again, please guys, understand this, drill this into your head. If the trend is upwards, we are only long. We are not short. I don't give a shit. I don't care how good of a short it looks. We are not going to short unless, of course, we have our reasons. Unless, of course, something changes, then you flip to short. Otherwise, don't care. Find long entries. Oh, market, it's back to my entry? Cool. Add on your position. Oh, I already longed, but it's back to retest? Okay, cool. Long. I don't care. That's how we trade. Because, again, as long as you're right about the trend, even if you're underwater, sooner or later, you'll be okay. If you're wrong about the trend, you were wrong, and then you entered a counter position, you are wrecked. So I hope this makes sense for you guys. Right now, including Whale Chat, everyone is long on Ethereum. You should be long on Ethereum, right? This is a long on Ethereum. Because, why? We haven't, from an aggressive standpoint, we haven't hit our take profit 25.36. If, of course, Bitcoin is rallying, which it is breaking above major resistance, Bitcoin is at a W formation. If the W formation ends up playing out, at least we know from the right side of the W is around 68.8. That's quite a bit of confluence within this region. You can see from previous price analysis, there was a lot of wicks that happened within this region. That's enough reasoning for you to long on Ethereum. Ethereum just broke out of a major downtrend. We were extremely oversold. We are now using it as support. I hope that makes sense, right? So everyone on the same page now? Cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's really all I want to explain to you guys, just so everyone, understands how to trade. Number two, guys, I know, okay, let me explain this real quick. With Blowfin, there is a Rolex campaign happening right now. And you don't have to do anything. You just trade how you normally trade. The prizes will be emailed to you in terms of how you want to accept, if you want cash or if you want the actual prize itself. And again, for guppies or small, it's not a whale promotion. It's not something, even for little guys. Guys, even you guys with $500 accounts, I looked last month, you have already hit half the targets on there. So just open an account on Blowfin. Again, it's very easy to do. There's nothing you need to do. You just trade how you trade. The rewards are very, very good. And I highly recommend it because, again, these are just free things that you get over time. Other exchanges may not offer you jack shit, but Blowfin is offering you quite a bit right now. So yes, Mohammed, thank you. Yes, okay, cool. Okay, everyone on the same page. I gotta really go and make Doge video, and I should have planned this better because shit. Look at Doge, right? I definitely should have planned this better because now I gotta go make Doge. I don't know what to do because I need to update the chart and I need to tell everyone to obviously look for the long position of 0.149. Like, this is a very nice squeeze on Doge. This is a very nice trade setup. Even Ethereum and Bitcoin, like, again, if Doge is rallying, right, you're seeing, you guys see what I'm saying? Bitcoin and Ethereum are slowly rallying, but Doge doesn't give a shit. Doge is moving properly. Like, it's moving. And this is one of those opportunities where if you want to scalp on Doge, you know that we're not at major resistance yet. You can enter a scalp long on Doge and ride it into the resistance point. Or if it breaks, you enter the secondary long into 0.168. But the whole point is you are longing into the major resistance, right? You are longing into that zone setup. Okay. 21 minutes. I've talked a lot, and I appreciate you guys coming. I gotta make Doge though, and Bitcoin's rallying. Like, this is a really bad time for me to be live because I need to update the chats. But I'm gonna dip, and I apologize, but I have to go because, again, the whole chat's gonna be waiting for this update. We are long on Ethereum. We are long as of right now. We are long Bitcoin. If it breaks above the zone, which it looks like it is about to right now, it is going to head into 68.8. Where is that going to put Ethereum? Probably around 2350-ish. And that should put Doge into major resistance. That should put Solana into around the 180 zone. Give or take. Yeah, right there, 180. Yeah. So things are looking good right now for everyone in terms of long position. If you are long, you should be long. You realistically should be long at this point. Looking for these break structures. Again, entries wise, keep in mind, entries wise, we are still trading on weekend volume. This is not an area to be greedy. We are simply entering long and closing being aggressive with that position. 25.36 hits. That does not mean you hold your position for hopes and dreams. You will close that position at 25.36. If the market structure ends up breaking out, how do you know? Well, if Bitcoin continues to rally, and let's say assume we're somewhere over here at 68.3, and Ethereum is still hovering above that zone, your secondary position will be long into the wick high of Ethereum, which of course is around 25.60. That's very simple. Once again, if you are a whale, someone with $5,000 or more in futures, message me and get into the whale chat. It is a very simple thing. For the rest of you that are not, again, this is all free. If you are not, I will make the group chats shortly. I will make a Google form out for you guys. It is free. All you simply do is just put your name in for the Telegram. I'll make a separate chat of 20 people. Then you guys all trade together within 20. I teach you, I watch over you guys, I answer your questions. Boom, the next group of 20, the next group of 20. There's 1,600 of you. I am one person. I can only do so much. So I hope you guys understand. I'm not excluding you. It's just the volume between whales. There's about 23 whales. And there's 1,600 other people. So it's easier to watch over the whale chat versus 1,600 people. That's why sometimes I don't respond to your messages. It's not that I'm ignoring you. It's I'm getting bombarded with messages. So that's why I always send my messages in Telegram. It's free. And again, I send the overall message. So follow the main chat. Follow the main chat. You do not need me to tell you, hey, John Smith, okay, go long. I don't need to babysit you. Follow the main chat and enter these positions with the rest of the chat. It's a very simple chat. I tell you where to long, we make money, and then I disappear for the rest of the day. Just like I'm going to disappear now for the next about hour, but I will make Doge for you guys, and then I'm going to go chill for my Sunday because I'm bored and I want to do something else other than look at charts all day. So I hope you guys learned something. It is recorded. If you didn't, if you were late, again, it's totally cool. It was recorded for you guys. Highly recommend Blowfin. The link is in the bio. Please, guys, it's very simple. The prizes they have are very easy to obtain. Just click the link, deposit, and start trading how you normally trade, and you will get those prizes anyways. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support and always clicking the like button, and I appreciate it. That's my form of payment. If you didn't know and you're new to the channel, is you clicking that like button. I don't get paid. I get jack shit from YouTube. I get like $50 a month, but it helps grow the channel. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers. It'd be sick if we could hit it tonight. I don't think we will though. But anyways, I appreciate you guys so much. I will talk to you guys later. I have to quickly go and make Doge update because I know everyone's going to be waiting. For the whales, you already know we're 25.36. For the rest of you, entry here, 25.36. We are being aggressive. We are not going to be holding this position. Simple in and out trade. If 25.36 ends up breaking, the wick highs around the 20.60 range. That's your secondary trade. For Bitcoin, around 68.8 as of right now. For Doge, we are simply long on Doge. We are not shorting Doge. We are long on Doge into the highs of course, 0.149. Structure ends up breaking. Main target 0.16. I will talk about it more in the video, though, because I know I have to make that. Solana, like I said, we're still bullish on Solana. Around 185 is the main zone, but that's where you want to be paying attention to. Okay? Cool. Brett, if you need to join Whale Chat, shoot me a message on Telegram at Pingu Charts Official. Just shoot me a message on Telegram. It's Pingu Charts Official. And you have to be on Blowfin and you have to have 5K or more. Even if you're like, honestly, even if you're at like 4K, I don't give a shit. Just message me. I'll get you in. Cool. For the rest of you, I'm not excluding you. Okay. I will be there for you regardless. But I need to make a better system because there's so many of you. It will be free. Regardless, Whale Chat's free. Everything's free. There's nothing that you're charging. I'm not charging anything. I don't need your money. I don't care for anything. Just all I need from you is likes and the support, which you guys have given to me for the past year and a half, and I appreciate it anyways. Yes, okay, cool. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Oh shit, my bad, real quick. Let me just quickly link the Telegram, just for in case anyone's new and they don't have it. This is the Telegram channel, it is free. And I post all my trade updates and everything about pretty much everything in there. So yes, it's completely free. There's nothing charged on this channel. And I hope you guys, and again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys on the Doge video, and then I'll probably talk to you guys later tonight before bed. Again, we are being aggressive with our trades. Please, 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 please be aggressive with your trades. I don't want to see anyone get caught out, but yes, we are long as of right now. Cool. All right, guys, have a great day. See ya.